The following presentation is solely for entertainment purposes and not to be taken seriously. While content and characters may be based in truth, this presentation is not meant to offend or harm in any way. It's the Olly Brown Show, America's favorite Thrillbilly. And now, here he is, Olly Billy-Bob Brown.
Hoo-ha! Howdy, y'all. Yee-haw. Shake your tail feathers. Yup, yupper doodle. Let's do it to it. Hoo-ha. Churning the butter. Hope my barn door's not open. Bringing it home. Ta-da! I can't believe this is my reality show.
Previously on the Olly Brown Show.
Fudge apples, y'all ain't no fun. Gee, me crickets. I'm running for the president for Pete's sake. Oh, I'm out of here. I'm so out of here.
Well, that's that, folks. I'm going to run along now. I'm going to go up from Anaheim up to Los Angeles. I'm going to learn what La La Land is all about. Hip, 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 hooray for Ollywood, named after yours truly, Olly Brown, the same color as most wood. Oh, I'm just being silly, but I do want to go out and see if I can find me some movie stars, get me some autographs. Come on along and join me, won't you? Well, howdy, y'all. Do you see what I see? There's a raggedy feller over there holding up that there wall. Sure is. Now, since I'm running for the president and all, I guess I should stop and pay him a visit. And I sure wouldn't mind sitting a spell and chewing the fat a bit, wouldn't you? Let's do it to him. Come on. Hey there, mister. How you doing? You sure do got yourself some funny-looking green feet there. Look kind of swollen. Kind of like you got the gangrene or the gout or something like that.
Oh, no.
You know, my pappy would say you've got a nasty set of hooves.
Don't be making fun of my footsies now. Especially when you could take ugly all the way to the bone yourself.
Well, I ain't gonna argue with you about that none. No sirree, bub. I ain't no purty boy, as they say. But I do got me a Buddha belly which keeps the young fillies a coming back for more. Sure do. More cushion for the pushing, as they say. Yup, it's true. I ain't none the purty boy, but that don't matter none. Beauty's on the inside, as they say. Do you mind if I pull up some pavement with you?
For a quarter you can.
Well, for a nickel I will. I'm just pulling your leg. I don't have the spare change. But I do see a penny there. Heads up means good luck to you. What?
What do you say?
Yup.
I ain't understanding.
Well, let's just start all over again. My name's Olly Brown. What's yours?
My name's Willie. This is my alley.
Well, how about that? You own this alley? Is that why you're holding up this here wall?
I run it day in, day out. It's a full-time job making change. What do you do?
Well, I'm trying to make change happen too. I'm running for the president, I am.
Really? You going to Washington?
Well, you betcha. I'm heading for the White House.
Really? What you gonna do up there?
I don't rightly know. Once I finish this race, I might look around, just take a peek at everything. I expect it to be a dirty place, you know?
What makes you say that?
'Cause I hear folks talking about how they have dirty politics up there, and I figured they must be right because they call it Washington. There must be a ton of washing to do.
I think you're onto something there, Olly. I think somebody needs to clean that place up. When you get there, see the president, what are you gonna say to him?
Well, sir, I'd probably tell him what my mama taught me about becoming successful. She told me to always miss it, but don't piss it.
Miss it, don't piss it. What does that mean?
What? Miss it or piss it? Well, it means make it silly, stupid, or push it south somewhere. It's the nice way of saying stay the middle ground or you won't get opportunity. That's what my mama says. Now, some folks think that piss it means politically incorrect seems stupid, but not my mama. Push it south somewhere brings the message more home-like, 'cause it's more like hitting rock bottom. And my mama, she's pretty smart, she is. She is.
Huh? So you think you're gonna get a job up there?
Well, I ain't thought much about that, but if and I did, I'd like to work in that FBI.
Why the FBI?
'Cause I could meet all the ladies.
At the FBI?
Yup, that's why they call it the FBI, you know, 'cause it stands for Female Body Inspector. Everybody knows that. I've heard that ever since I was a wee pup.
That's just kid stuff, Olly.
Well, all I know is Olly loves the ladies. Yup. I suppose I could go to work for that CYA.
You mean the CIA?
Nope, I think you got that wrong. It's called the CYA. Did you know that those people who work for the CYA are covering their asses? You know, CYA stands for cover your ass. But don't tell nobody that even they come after your ass. Yep. But I suppose if I didn't like working there, I could always hightail it back home into the boondocks and say CYA, as in see ya, wouldn't want to be ya.
Dang, you're a piece of work, ain't you? Man, that's a mouthful if I ever heard it.
Yeah.
So tell me, if you get to Washington, what you gonna do to help the homeless people?
That's easy, Mr. Willie. I would tell everyone what my mama told me. If you were home more, you wouldn't be home less.
Seriously, dude? Are you for real?
I am, I sure am. It's a fact, ain't it? If you were home more, you wouldn't be home less. Just saying.
Well, I guess I can't argue with that kind of logic.
Yep. Well, Mr. Willie, I got to be hitting it. It's been nice gabbing with you, and it's nice to meet you. And make sure you take that penny with you, okay? It's a penny for all your good thoughts, right? Now, you stay out of the wet weather. We don't want you to become known as a wet Willie, now do we? You have a good one. I'll see ya.
See, you wouldn't want to be you. Wouldn't want to be you.
Hey, y'all. Now, what you just took a peek at, well, that was the city of Los Angeles, also known as La La Land to some folks. And I suppose the reason they call it La La Land is because some folks are just way, way out there, if you know what I mean. But I think I understand it more now that I'm taking a peek at it from way up here. Everything is so far away, so I understand why people are so far out there. So they can keep calling it La La Land, and it's okay by me. Hi, y'all. Olly Brown here, and I'm up here taking a peek at that big old Hollywood sign up in the Hollywood Hills. Now, they used to call it the Hollywood Land sign, but times got really tough, and they had to sell off some of that there land, and that left them with only Hollywood, which is very interesting because I don't think that sign is made of wood at all. I think it's made of that there aluminum.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen a speck of holly anywhere, by the way. Anywho, I hope they don't have another crash in the economy, because if they do, they'll only end up with either a holly or a wood, and that wouldn't be much of a sign now, would it? Come on along, let's see what else we can find.
Now that's a biggin'. It sure is. I'm out here in Baker, California, y'all. And I'm standing outside this humongous erectile thermometer, which Lord only knows why someone thought we needed one that big. Take a look at that thing. It's huge. Now I reckon it just ain't fitting that they call it a rectile thermometer because that thing won't fit anywhere, especially up no rectum. I guess that's why they brought it out here to this place called Baker. They brung that thing out here to the desert so they can let it sit out here and bake a while. That's what I think. In fact, I met a couple of fellers who agreed with me on that. They were standing by it a while ago acting all gaga over that thing. It looked like they had broken wrists and they were screaming and shouting, "It's too big, it's too big. All I can do is run over there and throw my arms around it and just cry." Well, I'm not sure what that means, but it does look like those fellers were a little light in their loafers, if you know what I'm saying. And that there thermometer, well, it is a bit fat, ain't it? But it is real nice that they put that thermometer right next to a US of an A flag, ain't it? Oh, yeah, I like that. Well, I guess it's time to hit the road a piece. Let's go. Well, looky here, y'all. I just met a couple of good old boys named Frick and Frack. They're what you call aliens, but they didn't cross no border. Oh, no, they didn't. Well, they just landed in this itty-bitty spaceship, also known as a drone. Now, between you and me, they may be aliens, but don't tell anyone, like those folks up in D.C., because they might think that they're the illegal type, but they didn't cross no border like yours truly did. They flew in from far, far away. I guess you could say that they're kind of spacey because they came from way out there. Well, they're just a couple of space cadets who flew in for a visit from some place called Area 51.
Whoa.
Which no one's supposed to know about, so shh, mum's the word. Howdy, y'all. Olly Brown here, and I'm coming at you live from the big city of San Francisco. And behind me here, well, that is what they call the Golden Gate Bridge. And I don't get it. I don't quite understand it. Because that bridge is red. I don't see how they can call it gold. I don't know. Maybe they painted it at some point in time. But it sure is interesting to run around on that bridge. Don't jump if you're up there, okay? I'm down here at the ferry building, and I thought since I was out running for the president all over California, I'd stop in down here for a visit. Because when I was a youngin', I heard all these stories that they called fairy tales about all these little fairies flying around, sprinkling out pixie dust and doing their magic. But I never met one up close and personal before, so I thought I'd come on down here and see if I could meet me one face to face. But all I can find me is these dead-gum boats. I don't know what's up with that. But I'll tell you what, if I spot me a ferry while I'm here in San Francisco, I'll let you know. Till then, I'm gonna keep on trucking right on up the Embarcadero. I'll catch you later. Now that up there is what you call the Knob Hill. It don't look like any knob I've ever seen before.
No.
I wouldn't even know how to use it, would you? Nope, sir. Not me. That ain't no knob. Well, y'all, it looks like I made it down here to the end of this here pier. There ain't nowhere else to go. Seems like I remember my mama telling me that I should take a long walk off a short pier, or something like that. She also told me, if I remember correctly, that she would give me a quarter if I'd go out in the middle of the road and play in it for a while. I guess that was her way of saying get lost.
That or she just wanted to get rid of me. I don't know which. Anyway, I'm at the end of this here pier. I got nowhere else to go. All I see before me is a bunch of cold water. And I don't get in any cold water unless I'm going skinny dipping. And I don't feel like getting cold today, so I guess we won't do that.
Oh no!
We'll just turn around and head the other way. Yep. Here we go. Hey y'all, I'm down here at another pier, and it looks like there's a bunch of people who want to know how to do the ollie. Now, they didn't spell my name right, but that's okay, because if there's anyone who can teach you how to do the ollie, it's yours truly, Olly Brown. Would you like to learn how to do the ollie right now? Well, let's do this. That's how you do the ollie. And I can teach you how to do the ollie in Spanish too. La fasica del ollie. Now y'all, I'm down here at this here Pier 39 because some feller told me that there were a bunch of sea lions down here a-barking. I looked him straight in the eye and said, "What? Sea lions are barking? Sea lions don't bark, they roar. I don't care if they're on the sea or the land, lions roar. At least they did when I was a youngin'. I remember when dogs barked and kitties meowed. That's the way it was. But I get down here and I look out there, and lo and behold, there are some sea lions. And you know what? They are a-barking. Well, who'd have thunk it? I was about to tell that guy he was a lying to himself and to me for telling me that there were sea lions down here a-barking. Geez, I guess things have changed since I was a youngin'. Now, I do recall my mama telling me, you be what you is. So if you're a doggy and you want to meow, you go ahead and meow. And if you're a kitty and you want to bark, you go ahead and bark. You just be what you is. So I guess old Olly, well, all he can say is, be what you is. There you are, and there you go. Wow. Next time on the Olly Brown Show. Well, I'm finally leaving California. I'm heading up and around the Pacific Northwest. I'm running as fast as my nose does when it has a cold. No time to stop. I gotta make it all the way to that White House sooner than later. I'm still hoping to run into a couple of them there front runners, even though I know they already crossed that there finish line. I'm going nowhere real fast, as they say. I guess I'm none too fast to get there. I may have to eat a can of beans a day just to keep fueling up. I don't want to run out of gas before I get there. Well, looky there. I am passing through Portland. I wonder if that means that folks that live here are portly. If it's true, then that must be because they all have to stay indoors and not get much exercise because it's raining all the time. Makes sense to me. There you are, and there you go. Well, I gotta run, y'all. I'll see you next time in that place called Seattle, Washington. Hoo-ha!